Hi everyone, my name is Ray Egatz, and I'm running for Mayor of Wayne Township.
And I'm Sam Liebman, Ray's campaign manager. And we wanted to talk to you about something important today, and that is voting by mail. The actual act of voting can be a disruption for many people. It's early in the week, and people are busy. We're working, taking care of families and kids, running errands, and emergencies come up. It can be difficult to make sure that we are actually getting around to voting. And yet, we know how important voting can be. One vote, especially when it comes to local elections, can make a difference. So what if we told you there was a way that voting could be made easier and guarantee that your vote would count?
Well, there is, and that's voting by mail. Now, I know that this process may seem a bit confusing at first, but that's why we're here to walk you through each step of the way.
It's important to note that voting by mail is a two-step process. The first step is filling out the application to get the vote by mail ballot, and the second step is receiving and sending out the actual ballot. And be aware that in order to vote by mail, the county clerk must receive your application 7 days before Election Day. A voter may also apply in person anytime before 3 p.m. on the day before the election. The ballot itself must be returned to the county clerk before the closing of the polls on Election Day at 8 p.m.
In order to receive your actual ballot, you must apply for it. In order to get the application, you can either download it from the state website or receive a copy from the municipal clerk or the county clerk.
Note that if English is not your first language, you can receive an application in a whole host of languages, including Espanol, Gujarati, Punjabi, Hindi, and Korean.
So let's make sure that we have the information needed for the address that we're sending the ballot to, the address where we are registered to vote, and the election we intend voting in. Once we have that information, we can start to fill out the application.
Now, boxes 1 through 9 are rather straightforward. Box 1 indicates which election you intend on voting for. And as we mentioned before, we see that we have a few options here. The box you check off should correlate with the election that you want to vote by mail in.
Box 2 asks you for your name, and boxes 3 and 4 ask for your address. While both these boxes are easy enough to fill, make sure that box 3 is filled out with the address where you are registered to vote, and that box 4 is filled out with the location you want to have the ballot sent to during the election season.
And situations like this are common, especially for students who are away at college. Oftentimes, students register to vote in their hometown, and they want to vote in their hometown, but are away at school in November. And in order to vote, you'll want to put down your home address for box 3 and your dorm address for box 4.
Boxes 5 through 9 are rather simple. They ask for your date of birth, phone number, email if you have one, your signature, and the date that you filled out the application. Also, note that at the top right corner of the application, next to box 1, you will see military/overseas option. Only fill this portion out if you are going to be overseas during the election.
Boxes 10 through 12 are optional and must be filled out only under certain circumstances. Fill out box 10 if you wish to vote by mail for future elections. You have the option to do so for all upcoming elections or just general elections occurring in November.
Box 11 should not be filled out unless someone assisted you in filling out the application. This may occur if someone is unable to write due to illness or injury, and has a person fill out the form for them.
Similarly, box 12 should only be filled out if someone else besides yourself is physically mailing out the vote by mail application for you.
And that's the whole process. The ballot should take no longer than a week to arrive in the mail. Note that unlike voter registration forms, the application to vote by mail and the actual ballot itself do require stamps. So thank you very much for giving us this time, and please vote.